Hey everyone, how are you all? Let me know you're on. Say hey if it's your first time on the banter. I know I just pulled this shirt out and I thought I'm in that kind of mood today. So yeah, I've pulled the pink out and the blue. You know that pink's one of my favorites. Hi Carol, Ginge, and how you going? Lyndon, Stacy. I swear, you guys, I could cut my hair off and be bald, and you'd still say my hair looks amazing. You guys make me laugh so much. How is everybody? How is everybody's week going? Lena, hi Brittany, where are you from? If it's your first time on, let me know where you're from. Hi Francis, how are you? How's Valentina? I just want to shout out to all my barber mates who actually got to go back to work this week. It's been so hard watching them all sort of struggle and trying to get just trying to make a living. It's really hard. And so I just want to say, shout out to them all. Guys, if you're having to go to the barbers or you're having to go to the hairdressing salon and you've got to have a little bit of a wait, please just be patient. It's as much as we love doing the job that we do, it does get stressful when there's a room full of people and you're trying to get there as quick as you can. So just be patient, with your hairdressers, and I'm sure that they'll all get to you and make you look spiffy and spunky and back on track. How exciting. I'm doing really well today. Thank you so much for asking. Stacey, I'm sorry to hear that mom's in hospital again. Stephanie, your hairstylist. That's awesome. Yeah, pink hair, don't care. What are you doing, Gyps? It's just a spray. It's like a I don't know. Mom sent it to me. It's a spray. It just like washes out, which is cool because I like to have the blonde. Not that I have it there now, but it's all right. It's a bit warped today. It's doing kind of what it wants to do. It's like the quiff with a mind of its own. Slowly getting back to some length in it after I decided I'd had enough and cut it all out. But oh look, now I made it look right shit. Oh well, it is what it is. Happy Wednesday. What did I post on my wall today? Shalom Motek, how are you? Ronit, can you private message me? I want to talk to you about Hebrew, actually. So yeah, just PM me, babe, and I just want to hook up with you and just talk about some language stuff. Naomi, how you going? You love my shirt. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting compliments from everybody today. That's really cool. Okay, so guys, I'm going to my Hebrew is just a bit rusty, and I just wanted to talk to you about bringing just to picking it up again, if that makes sense. So yeah, just PM me. Look at you guys go. How's everybody feeling? Hey, Tamara. Yeah, private PM me later. So today, guys, I'm going to be smashing through some readings for you all. Going to be a little bit faster than normal because had some feedback that less banter, more readings. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do more readings and less banter. Of course, we're always going to talk about stuff because I can't not talk about stuff. Here's one from the Hungry Gypsy. Sat in a cafe and had a dragonfly follow me in and flutter around me. She came in and followed me. So for me, dragonfly is always about the illusion. Dragonflies talk to you. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but they actually do talk to you. I've had many dragonflies come to me and sit on me and have a little bit of a yarn. But whenever I see a dragonfly, I know that there's something in my life that I'm not seeing through, or there's there's a false belief that I have that I need to see through and push through it. So that's my interpretation. If you go back over one of the banters that I had Scott Alexander King on the show, he was actually talking about his interpretation of dragonfly. But to me, my interpretation of dragonfly is illusion, and it's about, you know, seeing things not as we want to see them, but see the reality behind them. Because sometimes things are masked, and sometimes, you know, we have these belief systems that we create ourselves because that's what we feel comfortable in, and that's like our nurturing and comfort side of things, but it's not actually the reality of what's actually there. I'm just having a look to see on my bookshelf if I have the animal dreaming stuff. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll just pull up Scott's stuff again. Okay, I do have it here, so I'm just going to have a quick look and see. But I know, so if you don't have this, Animal Dreaming, this is an older copy, so you know, I'm sure that you can get the new one, the new and revised edition one. But just going to go to Dragonfly because I think it's really important for everybody to understand this one, because dragonflies are incredible medicine. And Australia has some huge dragonflies. I used to get them in my shop, and I thought they were birds. They were that big. Where are they? Bugs. Kingdom of the Creepy Crawlies. Hey, Shanice. I was just thinking about you today. I haven't seen you on for a little while. How are you? I saw the post about your puppy dog. Where is it? Hi, Naomi. Welcome. Okay, Dragonfly. Yeah, look, Scott's got it down as illusion as well, which makes me feel good because he actually did train me. According to Indigenous Australian folklore, the Australian dragonfly embodies the regenerative powers of rebirth. If the dragonfly if the dragonfly appears, it urges you to break through self-endorsed limitations that hinder your development. Look at yourself and acknowledge the illusions you may have woven around yourself in a form of protection. You know, it also talks about, you know, have you started to believe your own deception and falsity originally instigated to protect your sense of insecurity or low esteem? Your view of the world may be restricted by your tainted perception of what is real and what is not, and as a result, the view of the rest of the world has of you may be unfairly tainted also. Dragonfly reemerges as apparently a complete new creature after laying its eggs, and the transformation of the dragonfly is yearning to see you do today. So there you go, Laura. I think that's really important for you to have that medicine. I think that everybody can take something away from that. The dragonfly is definitely about illusion, and you know, we do create these false sense of belief near and around us in order for us to be okay with ourselves, if that makes sense. So yeah, there you go. I think that's really cool. Shawnice, I hear you have snow. I don't know whether you have it, but I know that Edmonton has it. So yeah. Colleen, how you going? Okay, so guys, the way that I work this show, as you know, is that we go where spirit wants us to go, if that makes sense. So I'm having a look at all your message, and I'm going to try and get to as many as I can today. And just like smash out some really incredible readings for you guys. If spirit comes through, I'll stop the cards and we'll do some spirit readings as well. And for you guys that are on today, I'm just letting all of you know that Sunday's show is going to be a mediumship only show. Okay, so share it around, let people know. I will not be pulling cards. I'll only be reading through spirit. So yeah, every now and again I'm going to do a spirit show, so you have to sort of like tune into the banter to be able to have that opportunity. So yeah, this coming Sunday is going to be a mediumship only show. There you go. How exciting is that? All right, so today I'm using Lena's cards, the heart songs. Pink and pink, totally going with the pink. Hi Nick, how you going? Have you got any worldly or celestial information for us. Hey, New York, Bonnie Scott, how's it going over there? Nathalie, I work with so many different decks. I'm a associate for Animal Dreaming Publishing, and so I am grateful that the guys send me their cards to review and work with, and I read with them for you guys. So that's I read with most Animal Dreaming cards, and you can get those from animaldreamingpublishing.com. And yeah, they're really incredible. I'm so excited. There's so many amazing cards that are coming up next year and in the next card run. Really cool stuff. But here's the link if you guys want it. Write it down. But you can order any of the cards that I'm working with today from Animal Dreaming Publishing. And that's the link right there. I'll leave that up for a minute. Hi, David. You had some more cut out of your arm, did you? I hope you're okay. Karen Barker. Hi, Bec. Even if I had a bad day, your energy always picks me up. Please, any messages from Spirit? If no one, you can pull cards from me. Please just remember. Ah. Okay, Karen. I can see that. All right, let's get into that. Hey, how about that? Manda, how you going? Where do I want to go here? Where am I going, Spirit? Gonna go here. Nathalie, okay, I'm using Lena's cards here, Heart Songs. They're absolutely beautiful. They're smaller cards. They've got some affirmations and information on the back of them, so you don't have to stress about, you know, what am I going to read. The other side's all the same, so it's a big heart, beautiful artwork, illustrated, and they're gilded in silver. I don't know if you can see that, but where's the camera? There. They're beautifully gilded in silver, which is just so cool. Love that. And they're laminated. They're easy to work. Some cards will stick. These cards are really cool, so I love them. Okay, here we go. Just before I do this, right, I'm going to hold that there. So, Nathalie, I'm going to pull a card for you. Let's see what we've got for you for your day. Alicia, your hair makes me happy. Wow, I'm grateful my hair makes you happy. That's really awesome. All right, let's have a look. Nathalie, okay, you've got treasure, okay? Treasure is the card that you've pulled. And Lena's got on the back of this, all people yearn for understanding and some are lucky enough to find love. This is a treasure and needs acceptance and honoring throughout this lifetime in others. Okay, what I want to say to you, Nathalie, is find inner love, okay? I just want to say to you, like, when you look in that mirror, you know, love who you are. All people yearn for understanding, and some are lucky enough to find love, but some of us don't even understand ourselves, if that makes sense. And, you know, sometimes we go through life and we just cruise along, and then we get to sort of like the age of, you know, middle age and go like, wow, who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? What am I about? And we have no clue because we become so disconnected with ourselves. And so the message that I want to say to this is, you know, if you're lucky to find love, Nathalie, then that's incredible. But I also want to say to you, find that love within and treasure it, okay? Because it's one true love. It's never going to let you down. Yourself is never going to let you down. It's always going to be there for you. And I just really want to reiterate on this one. Don't look for it in other people. Look for it in yourself. All people yearn for understanding, and some are lucky enough to find love. This is a treasure and needs acceptance and honoring throughout this lifetime in others. When you do find somebody to love and somebody to share your journey with them, you know, it's really easy for us to sort of like jump 20 miles into the future. And I have to, you know, own this myself. I've been like this in the past, and it's a really hard program to break, because everybody wants to know what the end game is. Everybody wants to know, am I going to be, you know, am I going to be happy? Am I going to be financial? Am I going to be rich? Am I going to be famous? Am I going to have 20 kids? You know, all these things are coming into it. But, you know, the hardest thing is to just live in the moment, live in the now, live in in the today. And, you know, I just want to reiterate with that, with everybody, when you find that person, live in the day, make the day special. Don't look too forward into the future, because it hasn't happened yet. And that's what I say to everybody in my readings. It hasn't happened yet. And, you know, this is just guidance, and you can control the way in which you're actually moving through your world. So, Natalie, I feel like this is really relevant to you. And I just want to say to you, take each day by day, take each step, rather than looking at the mountain going like, shit, how am I going to get over that thing? You know, it becomes daunting, and then we just don't end up doing anything. So live each day, live in the moment, and love yourself. That's the message from Spirit, Natalie. So I'm going to leave you with that one. Hi, Rob the Reader. How are you? Where am I going to go now? I want to just pop up Nick's message here. Thank you, Nick, for doing this. If anybody wants a bigger reading, please contact Nick. Nick, can you whack up your details, please? Nick's written, Mercury has gone into retrograde. Yay! How exciting. Not. So stop and think, and don't do impulsive. Neptune is in retrograde as well, so that helps with clarity. Uranus is in retrograde, so that can make you feel tired and drained. Well, you know what? Everything's in retrograde. So just as I said to you just now, live in the moment, and you know, just take each day, take each step, and just grab from it what you can. Don't be so hard on yourself, guys. There's so many of us that blame ourselves for our journeys, and you know, I just feel as if we look at mistakes rather than lessons. And something I continually say to people, please don't think there's mistakes in life. There's choices, and those choices were right for us at the time that we made them. So don't go further down in your life and go, I made a mistake. You didn't. You made a choice that was best for you in that moment, and then you've grown past that, and so it's no longer relevant, if that makes sense. So there you go. Nick has put that up for us. So thank you, Nick. I'll get her to put up her details, and if anybody wants an astrology reading from her, then please feel free to contact her, because she is incredible at what she does. And you know, the Banter really loves her contribution, and you know, I feel blessed that she does this for us in an unofficial way. So that's really cool. Colleen, how you going? I feel like I need to ring you. Kylie Marchese. Okay. I've been trying to ring you all morning. So guys, I want you to all sit at home, and I want you to sing happy birthday to Kylie, because it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Sugar Mama. And I'm sending you lots of love. And reminds me of something that Dolly said years ago. The way to remember your wife's birthday is to just forget it once. And a couple of years ago, I forgot Kylie's birthday, and I've never forgotten it. And, you know, just, yeah, so there you go. It's really cool. So please join in welcoming Kylie onto the show, and just wishing her a happy birthday. And yeah, I'll play Islands in the stream for you a little bit later, babe. And stay online, and I'll actually give you a reading as well as a part of your birthday present. So there you go. Look at all these happy birthdays for my guys. Yay. There you go. See, didn't forget. I did have a laugh at Marcy's little stealth video, though. That was kind of funny. All right, so getting back to it. Happy Born Day, Alicia says. I never forgot. Yeah, see, Dolly says the only way to remember is to forget it once. And that is so, so true. So Colleen Ann McKinnon, I'm with you with Spirit here. And I just want to talk about flexibility with you, because as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm feeling as if there's a little bit of resistance here. And I'm feeling as if you are sort of like pushing against the tide rather than flowing with it, if that makes sense. And it's going to be interesting to see what card we actually pull, but that's what I'm getting with you. And I just want to say to you, please surrender. Okay, surrender to the journey. Don't doubt it, and just keep going with it, because I really feel that you know, you're sort of pushing up a stream rather than flowing down it, if that makes sense. While I think of it, Kylie, I don't know if you have Joni with you today, but please give her a hug and a kiss from me. And you know, as soon as this COVID is allowing us to travel, I'll pop down and I'll I'll come and see you both. So yeah, that's really cool. Give her my love, and you know, maybe she can watch this a little bit later. All right, let's go on this one. Oh, Lena, you have a crow in your backyard. That's pretty special. We can talk about that a little bit later if you like. Yeah, all right, Colleen, let's see what card you got. Interesting. There's a guy next door in the school, and I swear he's got this blower vac, and he's been blowing it for hours. I'm going to go and blow it up his ass shortly. Bit over it, to be honest. I know he's only doing his job, but far out. Those things need to come with noise stabilizers or something like that. So, do you know what? You're not going to believe this, but I've just been shoveling these cards for how long? And you've got the treasure card as well, Colleen, okay? The treasure card as well. That's incredible, because I really did shuffle these cards full on. And so this is exactly the same. All people yearn. All people yearn for understanding, and some are lucky enough to find love. This is a treasure and needs acceptance, honoring through this lifetime and others. So that is definitely talking about self-love, self-acceptance, you know, living in the moment, living in the day, just, you know, giving it up. Sometimes you just got to throw it to the wind and just go, you know what, wherever I'm meant to be is wherever I'm meant to be. And you just need to trust in the universe and trust in the divine that you're going to go and do what you're meant to do on this journey. And Colleen, I'm just feeling as if, you know, your past is you're trying to let your past define your future, and you can't allow that to happen. You just have to stop it, leave the past in the past, learn the lessons, but, you know, keep moving forward, if that makes sense. I do feel a very spiritual connection around you as well, and I almost feel as if you have the ability to work with spirit as well. So I'm not quite sure whether you do readings or whether you're learning, or whether you're associated with Carmel, or I'm not quite sure, but I'm just feeling, you know, what you're actually doing. So I hope that, you know, that makes sense for you. I just want to bring that to the front, and I just want to wish you all the best and say, just let it go, don't resist it. So I'm going to leave that with you, if that's okay. Here we go. Everyone's asking about it. Right, here you go, guys. It's my Barber apron that I'm wearing, okay? It's not Lederhosen. It's actually my Barber apron. And, yeah, there you go. That's what I have on, my Barber apron, which was custom made for me by a beautiful friend, Chop Suey, and you can find her on Instagram as Chop Suey, I think she's under. She makes she made my guitar straps as well. She's an incredible leathersmith, and if I need anything made out of leather, then I just message her. So this is my custom Barber apron. So yeah, that's what I have. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Try to get my banners up again. I'm such a weirdo. Where's it gone? Is that it? I've got some of it up there anyway. Right, there we go. Did it. I'm so spazzy with these banners. Thank you, Mandy, for the message. Anna, where on earth are you heading? Okay, I'm just going to jump in here and answer this one. Where is it? Show. Okay. Mandy, wow, you look funky, chick. I just want to say to you that, you know, you have a great day too. And I'm just going to jump in and just say to you, I'm just feeling a little bit all over the place at the present time with you. I feel like there's a lot of emotional stuff coming up. I'm seeing like big waves smashing against the shore, and I just want to say to you, like, rise above it. You know, get on your surfboard and rise up and over it. You know, you don't have to wallow in it. I feel that it's almost like people are putting so much stuff on you at the present time, and you're just feeling like you're having to really kick those feet to keep your head above the water. And I just want to say to you, you will. But I just, you know, I feel as if you need to really set some boundaries down about what Spirit's showing me. Like, set your boundaries. No means no, yes means yes. And just, you know, really define what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with, because I'm just feeling that you're being pressed with boundaries at the present time. And I just want to say to you, like, define them, be clear about your boundaries, and be clear what you will and what you won't actually accept. Okay, Mandy? So I just had to jump in there quickly and bring that one up, if that one makes sense. Jenny, you've written up here that you're feeling scattered. If you go a little bit back up on the messages, you'll see that Nick's actually put up here that, you know, there's a lot of things in retrograde at the present time. Mercury's in retrograde, Uranus is in retrograde, and something else was in retrograde as well. I can't remember what it is. Here it is. You know, Mercury's gone to retrograde, so stop thinking and don't do impulsive. So don't sign any contracts. Don't sign your life away. Don't, you know, don't make any huge decisions. Don't decide you're going to have a baby today and, you know, get stuck into it. You might regret it tomorrow. So, yeah, that's what I'm just putting that up there again, because I can see that a few are all scattered all over the place, and no wonder. Look what's actually happening here. Crazy, crazy. That's why you're feeling scattered, because there, you know, there is, you know, a lot in retrograde, and retrograde just means that things are, you know, going in the opposite direction, if that makes sense. So, you know, just don't resist them, go with the flow, and you know, don't expend too much energy trying to fight what you're not succeeding in at the present time. Joanne, you might have a baby today. I know that just slipped out, and then I thought that sounds totally wanky, but hey, it's out there and it must mean something to someone. Karen, I think this is really valid too. I seem to resonate with a few reads you're doing for others emotionally too. Retrograde lymph noodle symptoms in a storm. I love that definition. I think that's really, really valid, if that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. So here we go. All right, and let's have a look here and see what we can get you. What are the cards that I've got all backwards? You can do stuff, but you need to do your homework and do the and do the I's and cross the T's. I was going to say cross the I's and cross the T's. Oh, what a classic. All right, I'm still using Lena's Heart Song cards. You can get them from Animal Dreaming Publishing. And if you go onto my Facebook page, you'll find the link on there somewhere. I know it's on there, but I'll pop it up again for you so that you can order these cards, because they're really pretty and they're so easy to work with. And, you know, they really glide. There's nothing worse when you're trying to read with a card and they're all stuck and sticky. So this one is humility and humility. Okay, a figure of compassion can show their humility openly. There is no need to put their mind into the equation. So a figure of compassion can show their humility openly. There's no need to put their mind into the equation. So, Ange, what I want to say to you on this one is just be who you are. Don't worry about what people think of you. Don't worry about perceptions of, you know, what you think people might think of you. The great Wayne Dyer used to say, don't worry about what people think of you, because it's not your business anyway. And that is so true. You know, some of his guidance is, I think it's some of the most profound guidance that anybody or any mentor or any great sage has ever given. And, you know, it was such a loss when we lost him a couple of years ago, and I don't know if any of you are familiar with Wayne Dyer, but he's just absolutely amazing. And you know, I really live by some of his values and some of his teachings, and that's one of them. I think is really important. You know, don't worry about what other people think of you, because it's not your business. Whatever they think of you is their business, not yours. And as I say, guys, what do I say? Not my monkey, not my business. So yeah, there you go, Ange. I hope that makes sense for you. Oh, Mandy's sitting here. Heart sold cards, awesome. Mandy, deep in love with. Finally found my future wife. Just need her to find the perfect ring. Mandy, my answer to that is design it with her. Okay, design the ring with her. Get somebody to make it and make it your own. Okay, don't buy something, you know, off the shelf. Make it personal. Put the intention into it and have it actually made for her. I think that's, you know, that makes it so much more special. Just having a look. All right. Kylie Marchese, if you're still on here. There you're there. Okay, I'll put you up here. I just want to say thank you. A big shout out to Lena for sending me this oracle deck. I think, you know, I love it when my friends have produced new oracles, and you know, I think it's just such an honor to be able to work with them, especially when, you know, you've seen the process and know the process that goes into creating an oracle deck. And, you know, I'm writing an oracle deck at the moment, and you know, there's so much research that goes into it. There's so much heart that goes into it, and so much soul that goes into it. And you know, I think that it's really beautiful when you see the concept and then have the finished product in your hands. It's just beautiful. So yeah, I love that idea. Okay, so Kylie, I thought it said entertainment for a minute, but it's enlightenment. Okay. Light your way every day with your light heart filled with thoughts of kindness, love, and enhancement. The simple things that instill understanding, compassion, and grace. Kylie, I think that's the epitome of who you are. You know, I've never met such a genuine, kind person. You know, you're always thinking of other people. You're always putting them before yourself. You know, you're continually going above and beyond to, you know, please everybody. And I think that this is, number one, it's a confirmation of who you are in that respect. You know, a heart filled with kindness, love, and enhancement. You do enhance people's lives. You do put a light on their darkness, and you do make them smile. You know, and I'm just going to shout out here for the work that you do as well. Kylie's a lifestyles coordinator for an aged care facility, and you know, without people like yourself who do actually work with the elderly, they would be stuck in these places and just left. You know, they wouldn't have anything to look forward to. And it doesn't matter whether it's, you know, a bingo game or a card game or dress ups or a trip in a bus, or it doesn't matter what it is. You know, you're giving them value, or adding value to their lives. And I just want to shout out and say thanks for doing that, because you know, I've got a lot of respect for the elderly. I think they've done their dues in this world, and we need to respect them and look after them a little bit better in Western society. I think it's, you know, there's a lot more work that could be done in the aged care sector, and it's people like you that make a difference. So thank you. Leave that there for you. I think that's just a confirmation of who you are. But I also want to put in there, Kyles, that, you know, it's not going to hurt to balance it out a little bit and start to do things for yourself and take care of yourself that little bit better, because you do put, you know, above and beyond, if that makes sense. And so I just want to say to you, like, push forward, look after yourself, do things for you. and you know, find that happiness in you, because I know that you do question it from time to time, and I know that, you know, there's so many people tugging on your apron strings. So just keep moving forward, and you know, balance is the word I want to add on to that, if that makes sense. And I'm not getting anything from there. So if you want to talk to your mum, you're more than welcome to book a private reading. Guys, as I say each week, my mediumship is dependent on who actually comes forward, and you know, if I'm guided by spirit to actually do these things. But on Sunday night at 8 p.m. The Barber Banter will be a mediumship night. I won't be doing cards or anything like that, and I'll be really limiting the banter as well. I'll be doing a mediumship show primarily, but I also have to say too that, you know, there's nothing stopping any of you just reaching out and contacting me and say, hey Bec, I need a private reading. You know, I have got in place a few different readings, and I've tried to make it, or I've tried to accommodate for absolutely everybody. And so yeah, I do have my most popular reading for $150, but I've also got a $50 psychic reading as well, if you just want that little bit of extra guidance. So, you know, I do try and make it affordable for everybody. Oh, there you go. Bonnie's sit up here. 28 years in a nursing home. That's incredible. Well done, you. Bonnie's got a question here, and I just have to jump in here. And like I said, I go where I'm guided, guys. So please don't take offense if I've seemingly ignored your messages, because I haven't. I'm just working with spirit, and I go where I need to. And I have to say that you know, I am feeling, Bonnie, that your mum went over and she was ready, if that makes sense. I do feel that she's settled, and I feel that there was some illness prior to her passing as well. Your mum's bringing me to the chest region also, as I'm sort of like standing here looking at her, and I feel like there's pressure on her chest, and I don't know whether it's heart related or lung related, but I have to place my hand on my chest, and I have to come to this area here. If that makes sense. Mum's also wearing glasses, and she's looking over the top of them, and she's just asking the question, you know, what are you doing? Like, why are you paused, if that makes sense? So Bonnie, Mum's wanting to know why you're actually stopping, and why you're not actually moving forward, and why you're procrastinating is the word that she's actually saying. Your brother is around, but I feel like with him, the throat is an issue. So I don't know whether he was unable to speak at the time of his passing, or you know, whether there was something that stopped him talking, but I feel like my throat, and I can't talk with him as I'm bringing him forward. Your mum is in a beautiful place. She's very settled, she's very nurtured, she's dressed beautifully, and she's coming across as being very comfortable. You know, I would see her in like a comfortable house clothes, you know, still dressed up to the nines, but you know, very relaxed in a home type of atmosphere. She's not putting on any airs, any graces. You know, she's just presenting herself, saying, hey, here I am. You know, as well. I also have to place somebody with her, Bonnie, that either had a head injury or a stroke or something like that. I want to come to the head with her, and I feel like it's a man. So I don't know whether it's your dad or grandfather, but I have to place a stroke or an aneurysm or something to do with the head, because I am being drawn to the head region of somebody. I feel it's a man, and I feel like I want to say 60s, and he's 60s, 65, 66, 67, something along that line, or you know, something around that age. So it could be the year 65, 66, 67, or it could be the age 65, 66, 67. I am hearing that near and around there. Your mum is definitely fine. She's just holding out her hands and saying, please find peace with things. You know, she's understanding that it has been a little bit wavy for you, and she's just saying to you, you know, keep your feet on the ground, and your heart where it is, because it's pure, and just, you know, go through life and do what you need to do. Don't worry about, you know, where things are, if that makes sense. She was 65. Okay, because I've got somebody over here telling me that she's 60, you know, 63, 64, 65, and I feel like that's a male. So I don't know whether granddad's over there as well, but I'm just feeling as if you know, there's somebody over there with a military connection that's actually telling me some of this information. She's there, but she has this person with her as well. So I just want to hold that too. I'm going to let her go now, Bonnie. So just rest assured that she is fine. She's with your brother, but I feel she's also with her dad or with a male figure, a strong male figure that has a military connection. So I'm just going to leave that there and send lots of love to you, if that's okay. So let me look here, where we're going now. Johan, Johan, is that what it is? Joanne, how do you pronounce your name? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. If I ever screw your name up, please, accept my apologies. So anyway, I do feel like I'm drawn here, so I'm going to jump in here and get your card. Let's see what we've got for today. Shanice, I was looking at pictures of your puppy. So cute. So cute, little baby. Was it say like 4 years or something like that you actually wrote on there? Okay, Johanna, it's actually the card is freedom, all right? And freedom of the spirit to soar is such a gift. Be the one to receive this gift within your heart. You deserve it and can achieve it if you believe it. So the one thing that I want to say to this is that you limit yourself, okay? You hold yourself back. You can't blame that on anybody else. It's you that's actually doing it. And because you do have this belief system that possibly is, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I can't, I won't, I shan't. And I want to actually switch that around from you, Johan. I want to say I can, I will, I am, rather than all the negative side, if that makes sense. I just want to say to you, you need to just embrace the positive side of things and the positive side of who you are. Our mind keeps us prisoner, and I just want to say to you, release your mindset, release those thoughts that hold you back and keep you prisoner. I'm seeing the devil card in the tarot, which is about bondage. It's about keeping things held where they are at the present time. And in order to grow and to move forward, you have to free yourself. You've got to be liberating in the way that you think and the way that you perceive things, not take things personally, for example. And all of these things are are so easy to say, but not so much easy to do. And so I just want to say to you, just take one little thing at a time and free that, release that, whether it's free the perception that you're not good enough, or free the perception that you're not pretty enough, or free the perception that you can't achieve enough. Just do something and just release those binds and allow yourself to be the best version of yourself that you possibly can. So that's what I'm getting from Lena's heart song message today for you. So I'm going to leave that with you and send lots of love and blessings. Ronnie, yeah, please message me, Shalom Motek, and have an incredible day. Oh no, Karen's written here, the storms are coming and she needs to prepare the chooks and make their home safe. Oh my goodness, I love chickens. They're so intelligent. I mean, I think they're intelligent, but they're so affectionate. What are you doing, Missy Moo? What are you doing? I have the professor's cat here with me, trying to make friends with Ariana at the moment, and it's been so funny to actually watch them interact. When you're not looking at them, they kind of play, but as soon as you look at them, they'll like throw a hissy fit. It's like, yeah, we're tough, we're doing this. But yeah, I have Missy Moo here at the minute. She's spending some time, which is nice. Such a beautiful animals I love. But what animals have you got, guys? I bought some new fish the other day too, so I'm enjoying a little new Siamese fighter that I have on my desk here. And his name is Merlin. He's just absolutely gorgeous. Lisa Anderson. Okay, I feel like I'm drawn to you, and you need some guidance for your day, so I'm going to pull a card for you. Guys, when I'm drawing these cards, And when I'm giving messages to people, take the messages, because you can actually receive guidance from somebody else's messages. I think that's really important as well, that you can actually do that, which is cool. I always sit in other mediumship shows and just watch the messages being delivered, and I just think it's really important for you to take home messages. If it resonates with you, take it on, receive it, and open your heart and allow it. Mum, what about your cat? Love your fur bird babies. I've got a black called Ringo. Oh my God, that's awesome. I've got a black cat called Ringo. What a cool name. What's the names for your animals? We bought some fish the other day, and I said to the professor, like, what do you want to call these fish? And I don't know if I've got it right, but I think it was Pat and Diane after I think it was that, Pat and Diane. I might have got that wrong, but it was something really funny, and it was just hilarious because I love animals that have human names that are really observed, like Sharon or something like that. Sorry, Sharons, if you're out there, but really cool animals' names. And when you go out and somebody's like got their dog, oh, what's your dog's name? Oh, it's Wolfie. What's your dog name? Oh, it's Panda or something like that. And then they come up to your dog. What's your dog's name? Bruce. Jinx and Miffy. Oh, Babs, that's gold. Babs has got a cat called Mouse Von Trapp. Did she sing in the hills? I had a cat called Lola. There you go. Augustus, Dorothy, Josephine, and Wilhelmina. Shawnee's legend. I love it. You got to give them human names. I've got Thomas the Turtle and Ariana Victoria. All right, Lisa. I'm laughing now. It's good. But yeah, this fish were named after parasites, fish parasites. And I think it broke down to Diane and Patrick or something, something like that. It was really funny. I had to buy fish to put in Thomas's tank because he kept eating all the little fish, and there's nothing more boring than a tank with nothing in it. And of course, he doesn't sleep in his tank at night, and so you get this fish tank with nothing in it. So I bought some bigger fish the other day, and yeah, we had to give them resident names. A black pug, Murphy. Lisa, are you in Victoria? Whereabouts are you? Mum's chasing a black pug. Have you seen that Irish little ditty song about the pug that can't run? It's so funny. All right, Lisa Anderson. Let's have a look. Yours is freedom as well. Okay, you all seem to be getting the same cards here. Freedom of the spirit to soar is such a gift. Be the one to receive this gift within your heart. You deserve it and can achieve it if you believe it. And guys, this is something else I always say. What is it? Focus, believe, achieve. And it's such an important thing. Focus, believe, achieve. And I just want to say to you, if you have it in your head and let it sink into your heart, then you can walk it, if that makes sense. But it's got to come all the way down from the head to the heart to the feet, is what I always say. Freedom of the spirit to soar is such a gift. When you can free yourself and you can release from the restraints that bind you, you really can allow yourself to be absolutely anything. The only thing that limits you is your belief system that you can't. And some people in this world have some incredible talent, but they don't believe in themselves, and that's the difference between freedom of mind and freedom of choice. You've got to really believe in what you actually are and what you're about, and that also comes down to self-love, guys. And these cards are just beautiful in showing you all of that. So you deserve it and can achieve it if you believe it. So focus, believe, achieve, Lisa, and anything is possible. Hi, Nikki. Guys, Nick Vibes is on the line. How you going, Nick? I don't know if any of you caught the show the other night with Nick on it. If not, jump back online, go back and watch it, because it was an incredible show. And you know, we had a big talk about Nick's history, you know, how he got to where he is, and he did some beautiful readings for some of the guys online, and you know, inspiration coming from there. So yeah, jump online, guys, and have a look at that. And you know, Nick's got some incredible card out there, an incredible book out there, 365 days, and you know, his inspirational oracles are out there as well. So much you can get from Animal Dreaming Publishing. Lisa, where'd you get your pug from? Nick's resting. Well done, lad. Good to know. Hi, Jane. How are you going? What's the weather like there? Is anybody followed the football? Grand final weekend, hey? It's going to be a bit weird having the grand final in Queensland. But the show must go on, which is good. Oh, where am I going here? Let me just... It's quite beautiful and mild. Well done. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Jane, while I've got you, I'm just going to pull a card for you. Don't forget, guys, if you're online, share so other people know that we're here. True Self, Jane, is what you've actually got, the True Self card here. Serenade the heart that yearns for understanding, compassion, and enjoyment. These are the moments shared that are priceless in every way. These are the moments you are closest to your true self. Okay. Hi, Jules. How you going? Serenade the heart that yearns for understanding, compassion, and enjoyment. These are the moments shared that are priceless in every way. Something that I know from working with spirit every single day is that it's the memories that are taken over into spirit, and the experiences that are taken over into spirit. And it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter what fancy cars you drive. It doesn't matter, you know, who you know or who you're rubbing shoulders with. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all go over the same. And I can tell you from a professional point of view that when you go over to spirit, it's the memories that are taken. It's not the physical side of things. And so, guys, as I'm reading for Jane, I just want you all to realize that it's memories that are the most important things. The memories and the soul lessons that help you grow as an individual. You know, I always talk about relationships as being an extension of who we are, and we should never ever try and control the people that we're with, because they're on their own journey. And you know, we should never get a partner and go, okay, well, now that I have you, I'm going to mold you into something that I think I want. That's not what it's about. You know, it's about, you know, holding space for that person to be the best version of themselves that they can possibly be. And that's a hard lesson. You know, it's a really hard lesson to do that, because all of us have our own insecurities, and all of us have our own self-doubt, and these all come into play in relationships. But at the end of the day, you know, a healthy relationship is about holding space for your partner to, you know, to be the best version of who they are. You can't make them happy. They have to be happy within themselves. And, you know, if they're not happy within themselves, then that's where things are going to go a bit arse up and a little bit wobbly. And so, you know, this has come to light in a few situations this week. And I just want to say to you, you know, love the person that you're with for who they are, not what you want them to be or expect them to be. Because your expectations and your views on how they should be is essentially, you know, an unrealistic and unhealthy expectation. You know, you were drawn to the person for who they were in that moment. You know, not to get somebody and go, right, well, now I've got you, I'm gonna, you know, mold you into the perfect version. That's not how it works. They should already be the perfect version, and they should already, you know, accompany you, you know, like a good, you know, a good tie and suit. You should work together, not, you know, try and manipulate somebody to you know, fit into the box that you want them to fit into, if that makes sense. So Jane, I'm just feeling that that's really relevant to you at the moment. You know, I do feel that, you know, you need to sort of like just relax a little bit in the motion, and just to allow your mind to be set free a little bit, and allow your I guess what I'm hearing and what I'm wanting to place in all of this is the word misconception. So I do feel that there's been a misconception about something that you've either said or something that you've done, and I just don't want to give it too much attention. I just want you to be free enough to make the right decision for you, and to you know, be fluid in it, if that makes sense. So just, you know, go with the flow, but be true, be real, and you know, just bring forward the compassionate side, and understand that everybody's on a journey, and none of us know what anyone else is going through in any given moment. We can perceive it, but we never really know it because we're not that person. And so people are dealing with their demons every single day, and sometimes we just have to hold space to allow that to come forward, and hold space for, you know, them to be and to grow and to learn to be the best version of themselves that they possibly can. Because at the end of the day, when they go over, it's the evolution of the soul that remains, and it's the memories that remain. It doesn't matter what they've done in this world. It doesn't matter the mistakes that they perceive they've made. It doesn't matter, you know, what they had financially or what they didn't have financially. It doesn't matter, you know, whether they had a big fancy car or they drove a pissy little bomb with rust, you know, with rust and a boot sticky taped up. It doesn't matter. What matters is the experience, and this life is about living. And I think it's really important for each and every one of you to understand that. So I hope, Jane, that makes sense for you, and you can find some guidance in that. All right, Shanice, I'm drawn to you now. So I'm just going to come to you with a card and see what guidance we can get for you. Don't forget, guys, if you want a reading or you are inspired to have a reading with me, please jump online and message me at office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com. That's office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com, and I'll book you in there for a private reading. I do have some places available next week, which are still free, so you know, I can work around times as best as I can. But you know, we do get busy from time to time, so just please understand that we do try and accommodate you where we can. But yeah, if you do want a reading, please contact me. I do have alternative prices. I have readings. The most popular one is $150 for the hour, and that incorporates both mediumship and the psychic as well. So it gives you direction, plus it brings forward loved ones from the other side. I've got a half-hour one, which is the same. And we'll bring in your loved ones and also work with spirit. And then I've got a $50 psychic only reading. Okay, so this is purely psychic. It's not mediumship. It's just, you know, where you're at, what you're doing, and just some guidance from spirit. And then I've got my $25 one question. So I do have some options for you. I've tried and accommodate for everybody and make it fair, and you know, just, you know, make it affordable, I guess, is the word I'm trying to find. So if you do feel that you need further guidance, or you do feel that you need to talk to a loved one in spirit, just message me, office.ozpsychicbarber, and we'll book you in for a private reading. Please also understand too that you know, I can see a lot of you asking questions. is my loved one here? Is, you know, can you get a message from my mum? And you have to understand, guys, that I have to go with what I'm guided by here with spirit, because some information they go, no, that's too sensitive to put on the show today, or that's too sensitive to put on the show tomorrow. You know, that's too sensitive, their brother passed away. And, you know, you've got to understand that we are a public forum, and some information pertaining to people's passings or situations can be quite sensitive and not, you know, I do urge that if you are, you know, specifically seeking messages from your loved ones in spirit, then please private message me and book in for a private reading, because that's the best way to actually connect with your loved one and get all of the messages, you know, not the filtered ones that are put up on here on the forum. So yeah, that's my advice. I hope that you understand. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going where spirit's telling me to go to. Hi, Christy. How you going? Lena, how you going? Shanice. Jane Hudson, thank you so much for joining. All right, Shanice, let's have a look here. Shanice, yours says be happy. Okay, be happy in your own skin, for upon review, you need to live with yourself, your heart, and your dispensations to others more intimately than anyone else. Be happy in your skin, for upon review, you need to live with yourself, your heart, and your dispensations to others more intimately than anyone else. I don't know if there's a word missing out of that, but I think that it's really relevant as well. You know, we have to love the skin that we're in. You know, each and every one of us have our insecurities about how we look or how we present ourselves. And, you know, every single day I'm complaining about how fat I am and, you know, how much I'd love to lose weight and all this sort of stuff. And then I look at people that don't have arms and legs and think, well, I'm grateful. You know, I might be overweight and I might have some medical problems, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not wishing for a leg or an arm, or, you know, wishing for, you know, a new set of lungs or new kidneys or something. So, you know, in the grand scheme of things, my quality of life is pretty incredible to some people. And I think that too, Shanice, that's what is coming forward in relevance for you. Sometimes you do doubt, you know, how you're feeling within yourself, how you're feeling within your skin. And I just want to say to you that, you know, your skin and your body is merely a vessel for this lifetime. It doesn't define who you are as a person. You know, it's the heart and the soul and the mind. And as the professor always says, it's the full package that you should be looking at when, you know, seeking love, I guess. And so you have to look at the whole package, not just part of the package. So when you look at the mirror, yes, sure, look at the face looking back at you, but look in the eyes, because the eyes are the window to the soul, and the eyes will tell you just exactly, you know, how important that soul is, and soul love and soul guidance and all of those things associated with the soul level, you know, can be seen through the eyes. So it's really important to focus on eyes when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and just love who you are. Be confident in who you are, because, you know, you are an amazing person, and it really doesn't matter the package that it's all wrapped in, because at the end of the day, it's the whole package that matters, not just the outside external layer. Humans are like onions, and you peel them back and peel them back and peel them back, and there are so many layers to a human. And, you know, what you see on the outside is merely just that first initial wrapper. And once you start to pull the onion peel back or pull the layers back, you actually find that person deeper and deeper and deeper. And when you get to the core of who they are and you get to that soul essence, they're actually, you know, divine and beautiful and created by the creator, just as as everybody else is, in that same form, that pure essence, that pure light. And we are all connected, you know, we're mirrors of each other. And so, Shanice, I feel like this is a really relevant message for you to be listening to today. So if there's any self-doubt coming up, then, you know, knock that on the head and just understand you are what you are, because that's what your lesson is in this lifetime. So I hope that makes sense, and I'm going to leave that there with you. Hey, Tahiti, how you going? What's the weather like over there? Hi, Kate. Bec. Okay, Kate, I feel drawn to you today. Let's see what cards we've got. Again, guys, I'm using Lena's Heart Song cards today. Beautiful Oracle deck published by Animal Dreaming Publishing. And you can get that from there. Hi, Carrie. How you going? Tam, how you going? I have to catch up with you guys at some time. Tammy, I've just got some paperwork I need you to sign. Exactly, Lena. Exactly. There you go, Shanice. Makes sense, doesn't it? Kate, Magnificence is the card that I've pulled for you. Breathe deeply and share the luminosity of your heart. It is in this moment, others also feel the magnificence of you. Everybody should know or should be aware that we have this auric field around us, and the aura runs through us and around us, and we are energetic beings. And so when we come into contact with another person's energy, we automatically interact with their energy. I don't know if you remember, but or have the know that if you walk into a place where people are having an argument, you suddenly feel tense and you just think, oh, I wish these people weren't having this argument. It just makes you feel really off, if that makes sense. But then if you're around people that are all loved up, you feel like, oh, this is kind of nice. It's because the energy bounces off each other. And it's just really important to be aware of just how much our energy affects us and how much our energy affects other people. The luminosity of your heart, as an example, so many people message me on a daily basis just saying how influential and how great they feel after being near and around me and being in my energy. My students say it every week. They feel like shit. They come to my classes and they feel amazing. It's because it's spirit energy. You're putting that energy and you're opening up to the divine, and it really is this luminescent evolution of source that embraces us, and that's what we're working with when we're working with spirit, and we're talking and we're feeling and we're putting ourselves in these emotional embodiment of pure divinity. Because at the end of the day, that's where we're wanting to go. We're wanting to go back to the divine. And so many of us stop that. We resent it. We stop it. We pull back from it. We fear it. All of the what ifs. What if this? What if that? What about this? What about all that? Fears come up, and you just have to remember, guys, all of these are human emotions. They're not the divine. Okay. And so when you're dealing with fear, as an example, when you're dealing with hatred, when you're dealing with abandonment, when you're dealing with all of these issues, they're human traits, and they don't go over with us in spirit. They don't. They stay here because they're all humans. Humans have this fear of abandonment, and yet what we don't realize, or what many people don't realize, is that we are all connected. We feel the energy near and around people. And this is really relevant to where you are at the moment, Kate. You don't realize the impact that you have on other people. And when you walk into a room, you will automatically make people feel good about themselves. And guys, it can just be a simple word, an embrace, an acknowledgement. Sometimes people just want to be acknowledged. Sometimes people just want to be heard, and people don't listen. They listen to respond. They don't listen to hold space. And that's a really, really valuable lesson in this life. Listen to listen, not to respond. Okay, so hold on to that one, everybody that's listening. Listen, not to respond. Listen to hold space, because sometimes people just need to get it off their chest. Sometimes people just need to be heard. And I feel, Kate, that you're one of these people that just needs to be heard. And it's not about taking it personally or anything like that. You just need to get it off your chest. Okay. Take a deep breath. Kate, I feel you're holding your breath, and your energy is just getting stuck in that that cortex of your solar plexus. And I just want to say to you, just release it, breathe through your heart space, bring in that pink light if you have to, whatever it is that's going to get your mojo flowing, and just embrace that heart energy, because at the end of the day, that's the energy of universal consciousness, the heart energy. And I explain it to people by going, think of a child or an animal, and that will show you what the energy is that universal consciousness is. It's unconditional. There are no restrictions. In this moment, others feel the magnificence of you. And so, Kate, when you've got people in your life that you're loving, when you look at your kids and you're loving them, that's the reflection of you. Okay, so you need to embrace that and not doubt that, and you need to actually just move forward with the knowing that you are enough. And that's the message from Spirit. You are enough. Okay, guys, I've got 10 minutes left. I'm going to put the cards down and I'm going to say, go for it. Ask me your questions and we'll see how many we can get guidance on and get some answers for you. Maria, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. You speak French but understand deeply. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, of course I can explain the crow. Okay, so the crow is about law. I think I have Scott's book here as well. Yes, we can go for coffee soon, Tammy. And it's just some paper, just some documents I need signing. Now, where are we? So for me, the crow is always about the law. I see the crow and the raven work very hand in hand. The magic of the raven and the law of the crow. And the way that I remember my training with Scott was that if the raven comes in, he brings forward magic. And if you don't accept that magic and you don't open up to the guidance of the magic, then what will happen is the crow will come in and then he will enforce that to be there. So yeah, that's my understanding of it anyway. But Scott's talking about crow demands that you listen to your instincts and act upon them in a way that honorably serves your purpose. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Never expect others to do what you should do yourself, and never act in a way that may cause harm to another. Breaking these simple rules will see a strong arm of spiritual law slam down the karmic hammer. You have all the wisdom and knowledge that you need within you to make the right decision. So call upon it now, and you can't make a mistake. It's just talking about here that crows are creatures of the void, indicated by their black feathers, and they also like to point out that the right from wrong, or the distinction between right and wrong, if that makes sense. When a crow appears, she is challenging the perceptions while daring us to follow her into the deep void, into our consciousness, to strengthen our principles and our relationship with spirit. Crow encourages us to seek the wisdom found in the inner silence, to ponder our actions and reactions of life. We inherently know the difference between right and wrong. Crow asks us to trust our judgment and make the most sensible decision when it's required. And so it really is about law, universal law. It's karmic law. It's all of those sort of things. And I believe that if you don't listen to the magic of the raven and work with the magic of the raven, then that karmic law is going to come in, and it's almost as if the situations and circumstances are going to be taken out of your hands, and it's going to enforce you to have a look at these things and force you to deal with things, and just force you to face that unknown side of things. That's how I see the crow. So I hope that makes sense. I think that is really important. Lynn is saying, what does snakes mean? Okay, there's lots of different snakes that you can, but generically, snake is about transmutation, shedding the old skin for the new skin. You quite often you see snake skins floating around because they've actually outgrown it, and that's the process of the snake. They scratch off their old skin, and they grow and they mature. Whenever you're dealing with animals, guys, and you're wondering what they are, look at the animals. Look at the way that they move through life. Look at their personalities. Look at just how they move. A snake's made up of so many vertebrae, and it's moving across with its muscles, and so it's like sliding through everything, and that's indicative of the snake medicine as well. It's about overcoming obstacles and going around and moving over and under and through, and all of these things. And it's it's about it really is about just allowing yourself that growth. And when you find that growth, then you can actually move forward and just embrace that new skin that you're growing into, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm seeing the snake about. But there are other snake medicines as well. Of course, there's rattlesnake, which is different again, but generically, snake is about transmutation, shedding the old skin for the new skin. So I hope that makes sense. You're welcome, Bonnie. My brother. Fox. I love fox medicine. Fox medicine is again, if you jump on my Facebook page, the Australian Psychic Barber, I actually had a question from one of my Banter viewers the other day, and it was about can animals reincarnate, and can animals pass over into spirit? And I knew the answer was yes, because I've done so many readings, and I've had little cats come in or dogs come in, or I've got a little rat in spirit, and bear comes in quite often as well. So I know that animals do cross into spirit. But the reincarnation one was something that I hadn't had before, and I thought, wow, what an incredible an incredible thing to sort of like ponder. Do animals do they reincarnate? And so what I did was I actually put it to the animal dreamer himself, and actually asked Scott. So if you jump onto my page and you find there's a animal dreaming radio program from yesterday, and if you go to about the 50-minute mark, Scott will answer that question for you about animal reincarnation and animals in spirit, and a few other bits and pieces that viewers ask. So I thought I'd just put it to him and see where things are. Shawnice is talking about fox, and the fox is about the shadows. The fox will sit between the two worlds, between this world and the next world. And whenever I see the fox, it's really funny because I see him in like an old English setting, and he's always sitting at dusk, and he's always sort of like sitting on one of those old stone fences, and he just sits there. They're just incredible animals, and they're really, really smart. And it makes me laugh a little bit because people don't realize just how close foxes are in suburbia. I was having this conversation a few weeks ago with a professor about foxes, and I said, look, there's one right there. And it was just cruising down the street. So foxes are in suburbia, they have adapted. They're not silly. They live in the shadows. They are a creature of the night, but they're very cunning as well. So they love twilight. That's when they sort of like come out and live between the worlds, like in between the darkness and in between the light, if that makes sense. Foxes don't like to draw attention to themselves either. They like to sort of like blend into their environment. And so anybody that has the totem of a fox, they will like to blend in with other people. They won't want to stand out. They don't want to make a scene about themselves. They do sort of like lack a little bit of self-worth and a little bit of confidence also. So they'll sort of like sit back in the crowd rather than, sit in the front and be noticed, if that makes sense. Fox also talks about, the desire to step out of hiding. So they want to come out of the shadows and into the light, but they do have that uncertainty about it. They like to cover their tracks. They don't like people to know where they've been or what they're about. They have this insecurity about being found out, if that makes sense. And then all of a sudden, they'll come out and almost like stealth appear, and there they are. So Fox is about essentially allowing us to stand up in our power by bringing in a belief system that we can master any situation, we can adapt, and any limitation that we have, we are able to master it, and we're just as important as the next person, if that makes sense. So that's basically the medicine behind Fox. It's about coming out of the shadows. We push through our insecurities, but we also sort of like have one foot in this world and one foot in that world. We cover our tracks and we allow ourselves to be seen, but then we don't at the same time. But it is very much about representing those of us who are afraid and self-conscious to offer opinions, socialize, or experience new things. It's a beautiful creature. The fox is definitely a beautiful creature. It's an underestimated creature. People will see it as vermin, and look, essentially it kind of is. It's an introduced species. However, it is something that we all know. We all know that the fox is in this country, and when you see one, just embrace, what it's trying to actually say. And I think, Lisa, as I've got you up on the screen, I think this is really important for you as well. It's about sort of like slowly stepping out of your comfort zone, be comfortable in being uncomfortable, and just know that, it doesn't matter which way you're going to go. At the end of the day, you're just as important as the next person. You just do things differently, and that's okay. It's okay to be different. I think that's really valid in bringing this forward. Yeah, it is, Shawnice, it is around about the 50-minute mark. So between the 40-minute mark and the 50-minute mark, between Tonya and Scott, they'll actually answer that question that I put up for them about animal reincarnation and, animals going into spirit. So I just thought it was valid, because I think Scott's incredible. And, I think it's really, really important to bring in professionals that know their stuff. And it was really fun because I called him the Animal King and he had a bit of a laugh about it. So, yeah, I'm just going to jump across, guys, to this question by Pam. My granddaughter is undergoing a new treatment for her SMA. Will it be successful? I feel there's a question mark around that one, Pam. And I'm just feeling as if things, it could go either way at the present time. And I don't want to put a negative spin on things, but, until things happen, we don't really know. But, I am feeling that there's a question mark around it. I don't want to say a yes and I don't want to say a no. So I'm not getting any definitive answer either way. So up in the air is kind of good at the moment. I do feel she's a very strong person. And, I'm not quite sure what SMA is. So if you can clarify that, that would be amazing. And I'm just feeling as if, you know, there's a mind strength with your granddaughter, and I think that that's half the battle. You know, when they give up and they lay down, then you know, that's half the battle. But I do see her struggles, and I do feel that, you know, she's very sensitive on an emotional level at the moment. So maybe propping her up a little bit. I think that the best healing is love and laughter, and if you're able to do that, then I think that you know, is certainly going to help administer the treatment and see it have a successful outcome, if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave that with you and send lots of love and healing blessings from here and to you over there. Yes, Tam, I will see you tonight. Trisha Hanley, how are you going? Spinal muscular atrophy. Okay. Well, we're sending lots of love and healing for her anyway. I know she's stronger than what she puts out, but you know, she's a tough cookie. I think it's harder when somebody's sick. I think it's harder for the person near and around them to actually come to terms with things sometimes. And you know, the people that actually have these conditions, you know, they come to terms with it pretty quickly because they have no choice. But it's us that are near and around them that struggle with it on an emotional level because you know, there's no reason, there's no understanding, and it, you know, it can be a little bit difficult and confronting because it's like, well, what does that mean? And how is that going to play out? And you know, of course, you know, one of the biggest lessons is you just have to live in the moment and you know, embrace every moment and look at the positive in every moment. And I think that's really important for all of us, me included, to bring to the front line at this present time. Okay, let me have a look here. I'm going to do one more reading and then that will be it for today, guys. I think you've all been incredible, and I have tried to answer as many questions as I possibly can. Where am I going to go? Pam. No, maybe not. Just did that already. Hang on a second. I hit the wrong one. I love the way everyone's messages come up. It's really cool. Stacy. Okay, Stacy, I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay. Oh, bless Pam. There's no treatment for it. You do know that he's in spirit with you. I just dropped some cards on the floor and I can't get to them, so I'm just going to have to keep shuffling. Trisha. Look at this. I love this. Trisha's written here, just wanted to tell you, you pulled a card for me a few weeks ago and it looked like New York. Yesterday I had a job offer. See, I told you. Spirit knows stuff, guys. I don't just make it up. You know, they know stuff. Okay, Stace, let's have a look here. Final reading for the day. It's about life. We all breathe the same air, the same sky, and share the one thought. So we don't breathe in the sky. We all breathe the same air, see the same sky, and share the one thought. Love is the basis of all life. Isn't that truth? And guys, as the last card for the day, I feel as this is just a confirmation and an affirmation of everything that I've said to each and every one of you today, that, you know, we are divine love. We are, you know, love from the Creator. We're created by, you know, whether you believe in spirit or whether you believe in God, you know, the essence of love and creation, unconditioned. That's where we come from. You know, all of these belief systems that we struggle with each and every day are human belief systems. They're not the core belief systems from the soul, if that makes sense. And I feel like it's, you know, and a really important message, not only for you, Stacey, but for everybody watching now, to just realize that, you know, we all do breathe the same air. We see the same sky. We share the one thought. We bleed the same blood. And, you know, this is, you know, really important when you're looking at, you know, diversity, whether, you know, you're gay, straight, bi, trans, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're, you know, you're orange, yellow, doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we're this oneness called humanity. And we all have to stick together. And it really saddens me that on a daily, day-to-day basis, there's conflict, and it takes stuff like the Twin Towers being smashed down, or terrorism, or a pandemic, or or a tsunami, or some global tragedy for everybody to band together and go, we are united. And I would love humanity to get their shit together and actually see that we are united, and it should not take a tragedy for us to work together. There should not be homeless people on the streets. There should not be people starving in the world. That none of this should be happening. And unfortunately, our governments and all of these rules and regulations that have been put in place by humanity have actually sort of like forced us against one another. And it's really sad, because at the end of the day, Earth is not owned by anybody. It's a planet, for goodness sake. None of us have the right to dictate who owns what, where, how, and why. We all live on this planet together. Nobody owns Gaia. She owns herself. And, if we do not respect, then she will take care of it. If we do not respect, then spirit will take care of it. And that's where we are at the present time, okay? That's why things like COVID-19 happen, because we do not respect and we do not understand. And we live this world by egotistical values. So just have a think about that, guys. Just have a think about it. Do we approach our lives? Do you approach your life with pure unconditional love, or do you approach your life with expectation? Only you can answer that. But at the end of the day, we all go over the same. We breathe the same. We have the same consciousness. We bleed the same. And at the end of the day, we all go out in the same pine box. We all go out the same way. And we don't take anything with us other than our memories. So live each day in the moment. Take the memories, make the memories, and be the best version of who you are that you possibly can. Going to leave it there for today, guys. Please join me on Sunday night for my mediumship show. There'll be no cards, minimal banter, and I'll be dealing solely with spirit. So Sunday at 8 p.m. mediumship show. It's the mediumship banter. And I hope that you all have the incredible rest of the week. If you're international and you're fighting the snow like you guys are in Canada, try and stay warm. Have warm drinks. I can't believe you guys have got snow already. But, Australia's heating up now as well. So we're sort of like flipping the coin again. And there we are. If you are international, I really feel blessed that you've joined me on these shows. And if you're in Australia, I feel blessed as well. But, just be the best version of you can, guys. And I'm sending you lots of love. Don't forget to share and like my page, because the more people that I can connect with, the better job that I can do while I'm here. Sending love to you all. And just remember, guys, life is short. Make it count. I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for joining.